House Republicans demand Twitter's board preserve all records about Musk's bid to buy the company. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Also, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check my link tree that's in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. It also has a link to my merch store where I have Let's Go Brandon t-shirts, I Will Not Comply t-shirts, all different types of t-shirts. And also has a link to my mental health coaching and consultation page where you can book a session to meet with me if you're suffering from any type of mental health issues. I can teach you how to manage those issues, teach you different coping skills and things like that to help you get over with whatever issue you might be going through. All right, let's talk about this news. A group of 18 House Republicans is asking Twitter's board to preserve all records related to Elon Musk's offer to buy the company, setting up a potential congressional probe should the party win back the majority this fall. And the likelihood of them winning the majority is very high, especially with the economy that's going on. You know, that's things that's going on with the economy and gas prices and all that other stuff. Everyone is anticipating a big red wave. But in letters shared exclusively with CNBC, Republicans on the House Judiciary Committee asked Twitter board chairman Brett Taylor and other members of the board to preserve any messages from official or personal accounts, including through encryption software that relate to Twitter's consideration of Musk's offer. Quote, as Congress continues to examine big tech and how to best protect Americans' free speech rights, this letter serves as a formal request that you preserve all records and material relating to Musk's offer to purchase Twitter, including Twitter's consideration and response to this offer, and Twitter's evaluation of its shareholders' interest with respect to Musk's offer, said the letter led by ranking member Jim Jordan, Republican from Ohio. Quote, you should construe this preservation notice as an instruction to take all reasonable steps to prevent the destruction or altercation, whether intentionally or negligently, of all documents, communications, and other informations, including electronic information and metadata that is or may be potentially responsive to this congressional inquiry. The letter continued. The request signals that that should Republicans take back the majority in the House in 2022 midterm elections, they may launch an investigation to Twitter, especially if the company declines to take the offer from Musk, who's CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, under Republican control. The House Judiciary Committee could decide to subpoena records about the board's internal deliberations. It's not the first time Twitter has caught the attention of Republican lawmakers. The platform has become a focal point for some conservative members who've charged that Twitter unfairly removes or moderates posts on ideological grounds. Twitter has denied doing so and says it enforces standards based on community guidelines, which everyone knows is a lie. In a letter to Taylor dated Friday, the lawmakers wrote, quote, decisions regarding Twitter's future governance will undoubtedly be consequential for public discourse in the United States and could give rise to renewed efforts to legislate in furtherance of preserving free expression online. Among other things, the board's reaction to Elon Musk's offer to purchase Twitter and outsider opposition to Musk's role in Twitter's future are concerning. Uh, Twitter also became the focus of Republican criticism in October 2020 when it blocked links to a New York Post story that alleged and pretty much confirmed now that Joe Biden's son, um, Hunter, while his father was vice president, tried to introduce his father to the top executive from a Ukrainian company he worked with. And I've done tons of reports on that story. Everything in those emails and stuff was been verified. But Twitter said at the time that it blocked the links to the story because it violated its hacks materials policy and included personal information like email addresses, also violating its rules. So, but Twitter blocked this now. They say they violated the rules because of personal information. But what about libs of TikTok? that stuff got tweeted out. Her personal information got tweeted out, but they didn't block anything to do with that. So they try to pretend that they're not one sided when it's you can clearly see that everything Twitter do is one sided and pointed to one ideological. I'm gonna get it out. Struggling, but one point of view basically is what they lean towards. And we all know that's the left. But let me know what you think about all this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.